Hi, this is Gail. Welcome to my channel. On Fridays, we do a Q&A about my service dog. A lot of people have questions about service dogs in general and especially about Tomlin. Now, the focus of this channel is to inspire you and encourage you in your daily life, especially if you have a challenge to overcome. Because it's those little everyday things that aren't so little. And then I do some wild and crazy things periodically. But on Fridays are reserved for service dog Q&A about Tomlin. My cheat sheet here about some of the questions you've asked. Make sure if you have a question that you leave it down in the comment section down below right here. You can see that. Let's get started. Number one on the Q&A, what kind of dog food does Tomlin eat? It's dog chow. This is not a sponsored video, okay? So don't get all excited. He eats dog chow. Started out with puppy chow as a baby and now he's on dog chow. So that's what kind of food he eats. Thanks for asking that, Tiffany. Thank you. Okay, so moving on to the next Q&A. We ever been turned away because of him being a service dog? The answer is yes, although that's only happened a couple of times, most notably at the NIH. And I'm going to post a link to that down below so you can find out what happened. I actually have service dog rejection footage from where we were denied entrance at the NIH affiliated Safford Lodge, so you can see that as well. That leads into the next question from Christy. And Christy wants to know, how did you handle it when you were turned away from the NIH? I saw your video on it and it breaks my heart. In no way should that ever have happened. Christy, you're right. It should not have happened. It was most everything that they asked about was illegal. You can't ask for papers. You can't show certification that he's a service dog because there is no such certification that's recognized in the eyes of the law. They wanted him to get checked out by their veterinarian a couple of weeks or so before we actually went to the lodge. That's very impractical when you're talking about coming from Tennessee to Bethesda, Maryland, which is right outside of Washington, D.C. You can't run up and have your dog looked at and run back home. That's ridiculous. It's also illegal. So what we did was, at the time, when it first happened, I just fell apart. Basket case, totally. The second time it happened a couple of days later, I was much calmer but still upset. On the first day, I pulled the law. I went to their lobby and pulled the service dog law from ada.gov. I gave them what you see here. This copy of the law specifically spells out what you can and cannot do if you have someone who has a service dog, and they violated most of those rules. So my first thing was attempting to be calm. The second thing was printing out the law and presenting that to them. I also talked with a supervisor to try to get that turned around. That failed. Ultimately, I did have to make other arrangements for Tomlin. We were very, very fortunate that my daughter lived in Washington, D.C., but she was a student. So if you can imagine this sweet little 80-pound husky in a dorm room with two girls who both love dogs, who also have friends that love dogs, then you know that he was pampered the whole time he was there. I was a basket case, he was pampered. Then I contacted the Department of Justice and they got involved. That resolution took a while. It didn't happen that day. But what I did recap on that was try to remain calm, printing out the ADA law, talking with a supervisor, and getting the Department of Justice involved. Those of you who have had this experience, leave her a comment to tell her what happened or what you do when you are turned away with a service dog. Question number 3. Tyler is asking, where do you get your service dog gear? Tyler, I picked that up everywhere. We don't have any really specific gear for Tomlin, just a regular dog backpack. I've ordered him from Amazon and I picked him up from the store. On his harness, I was able to pick that up at PetSmart. Just like trying on clothes, it's important to go in and fit your dog with the harness. We noticed that some that may be for the right size didn't exactly fit him right. Some of them didn't hit in the right spots. So going in and fitting him for a harness is very important. Now, after you get that first harness, you can do what I do, and I just order it online. And there again, he does periodically need new harnesses. Ditto with the leash. You can pick those up lots of places. I usually get ours at PetSmart or the Tractor Supply. When you find a brand that you like, you can probably order it online. For me, it's just as easy to pick one up while I'm at PetSmart or the Tractor Supply as it is to order it from Amazon. That might not be the case for everyone. So those are the 3 questions for this week's Q&A. If you have other questions, make sure, as we talked about below, leave them in the comment section right down below. And don't forget, subscribe. And if you like this video, give it a like. Make sure you share it with your friends too, because they may have questions about service dogs. Now, this channel is about encouraging you to go out and live life to the fullest. So did I answer your questions, and was there value in this for you? Tell me. Leave a comment about that below too. Your comments are vital. I use the comments to make other videos that you're interested in. So don't hold back. There's no holds barred on this channel. Tell me below what you want to see and we'll work it out. Thanks for watching today. I appreciate it. And I will see you out, about, and online. Bye. Hey Tomlin, are you tired? Has it been a big day for the doggy? Okay, go on to sleep. Good night, little doggy.